Welcome to your weekly video fit tip with your host as always, Anthony Scire with Anthony Scire Fitness. This week we're going to go over step over drive down. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck is step over drive down? Well, whenever you are ever jogging or running, you are doing that. But sometimes you don't even know how you're doing that. And the mechanics of step over drive down and how we run, how we jog are so important. Whether you're a competitive runner or jogger or someone who just likes to do it for overall health and well-being, it's important to recognize proper mechanics. Now, a lot of you out there might even have kids who play sports, and this is something you could watch when they're running in the backyard or in the field to notice if they're having good, proper mechanics. So what step over drive down is when we're running and that leg is following through, we want to drive it back down underneath our hip. So the step over, drive down, straight down underneath that hip as we drive. So as we're running, we're pulling through, driving straight back down underneath the hip. Now, if you notice someone with too much back mechanics, you'll see their leg will be flying all the way back here. And you'll see that. It'll become very noticeable. Now what happens if you have too much back mechanics, you have to pull that leg through in order to get it back underneath the hip. That's going to slow you down. Some people have too much forward or front mechanics. If you see the foot coming down in front, they have to pull it back under. They have to make one or two adjustments instantaneously to help drive through and get that hip extension, because good running mechanics is you're getting good hip extension. When you do that, when you drive down, you're getting that powerful hip extension. It's one of the most explosive movements in our body is hip extension. So that front running mechanics, if you notice the foot coming in front, it's too far in front, and then they have to pull back under. Another third way that is you can notice is if someone's running and they're landing heel-toe. Now, if you're running and landing heel-toe, that is going to slow you down. When we're driving through and get that good hip extension, we are driving ourselves forward. If we land heel-toe, that's acting like a brake. So, if you have kids, notice how they're running on the field or in the backyard. If you're a jogger or a runner, have someone notice your running mechanics. If you work out at a gym, have your trainer or professional watch your running mechanics and notice, do you have too much back mechanics? Is your leg flailing in back? Is it coming in front, or are you landing heel-toe? So you want to step down, drive through. Now, what are some things that you can do to help those mechanics? One way is a simple A skip, and I'm going to perform this from the side. And our A skips is you are driving your knee up, and now you are also forcefully driving that heel back down underneath your hip. And this is an A skip. So knees coming up high, drive, really drive that heel back down underneath the hip. These are called A skips. Now you want to do some A runs, high knees. Remember you used to do those probably playing any sports or in high school? High knees. This will help teach proper mechanics as well. You're landing on your midfoot and you're driving back down underneath your hip. So, A skips, A runs, good hip extension exercises like good hip bridges, things like that where you're getting good hip extension, deadlifts, squats, things like that where you're getting nice hip extension are great to do. So, this is Anthony Scire. Be safe, have fun, be creative with your exercise. Have fun with your walking, jogging, running. Have better mechanics today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see everybody next week. Take care.